We've been in business since 1954. The Australian apple has got a good, clean, green perception in overseas markets. So we've actually expanded and developed into new varieties and new techniques.
We've seen yields lift from 10 to 15 tonnes per hectare to a current level of about 40 tonnes per hectare. Part of that strategy, the industry, in partnership with the Queensland Government, decided to invest in developing scab-resistant apple varieties. So Kaylee is the first apple that has come out of that program. With Kaylee, no sprays are required, so that's a considerable saving for the growers. But with the new systems that we're developing between DAF and the growers, and with Kaylee, we can produce crops of between 80 and 100 tonnes per hectare every year. So that's going to be an important factor in the drive towards higher producing systems going forward. And we have doubled what the industry average was 10 to 15 years ago.
The Australian beef is definitely known worldwide, and they trust our beef. Efficiency is a key to our industry here. If we're not efficient, we're not competitive. We were a full set abattoirs to Japan going back 15 years. Now we supply umpteen different countries.
So it's brought along a lot more break-up orders. When we say that is, we're breaking the beast down into smaller and smaller cuts. So this shed here needs to produce full time. When I first started, I worked in the boning room at Wing and Beef Exports. Every afternoon, anybody that was older than 21 had to go downstairs and load cartons for 4 hours. Now we're putting in robots to do exactly what we were doing then. The automation comes in where the slicer places the primers on the belt. The computer then recognises what that piece is. We're packing the carton, we're labelling it up so we know exactly what's in that product, and then we're sending it off to be chilled. And we're able to load it out the following day in the containers. What it's done is it's reduced our storage time from probably 2 to 3 days down to 24 hours. And they're going to a wider range of destinations, be it domestic or export.
So at the moment we have a co-investment between DAF and GRDC, which is the National Mung Bean Improvement Project. They provide us a grounding and a link to growers, but also to markets at the other end of the value chain. Globally, mung bean is a really important pulse crop, especially in Southeast Asia, so we're heavily reliant on international markets. The program's had a really big effect and has really supported the industry to double production to about 70,000 tonnes in the last 10 years. And what we're trying to do is to pull a lot of project opportunities together, a lot of international research, and we're working to breed new mung bean varieties that are higher yielding and more disease resistant. I think Queensland agriculture has a really strong future, and the recognition of the importance of tropical pulses is a really solid grounding for meeting government targets of doubling production by 2040. I guess to some extent we're overwhelmed with opportunities at the moment.